Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Eagle Mountain Saginaw Showcase. And I am Brent Barker. I'm the athletic director here of the Eagle Mountain Saginaw School District, and I am taking the place of an ill Victoria Quintanilla. She's not doing well, but she does a great job, and so I'll come out of retirement for today's show. You know, last week we did football for the first week, and that was one of our big team sports. Had a bunch of big, brawny men here, and today is a little different. We've got cross country, individual sports, and most of our runners today will be sleek and thin and athletic looking. Coach Brown, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Coach Brown is our cross country coach of both the men and women's programs of Saginaw High School. And Coach Brown, tell us a bit about you brought the women, but tell us about the whole program in general.
The program in general this year, we've had big numbers coming out as far as the boys program. I want to give a shout out to our middle schools. They did a good job with the cross country soccer program connection there at the middle schools. This year we have more boys running than we've had since I've been the head coach here. So that's helped. We're young. We have a lot of young boys and girls here running for us, but that's helped a lot. We're young. We're improving every week as far as the boys team goes. Our JV team placed third this past weekend in the Holiday Invitational, which was big for us, having a couple of boys medal. Confidence booster. So the soccer kids are really helping us out, and we're looking forward to what these young kids can do for us in the future.
Good. You know, we get a few phone calls about where's the cross country meet and why aren't we doing more for cross country? And I try to explain, you know, cross country, you don't really run at home. You don't have your home course. You kind
Right.
of travel all over the place. Tell us some of the places you guys get to go.
Let's see. This year we went to Waxahachie. We just came back from Wichita Falls, where we'll be running the district race. Burleson's a big meet every year that all of the district schools go to. Fort Worth, we ran at Trinity Park this year, was a new race for us. So you're right, we travel all over. This week we're going to Grand Prairie, so they get to see a very wide range of courses.
You know, the other thing about cross country is it doesn't happen at 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon usually, but doesn't it happen kind of early?
It happens very early, and that's a testament to these kids. They have to get up early. I mean, our bus pulled out, I think, at 5 a.m. Saturday, so it was a long trip, but they're hardworking, and they don't complain, at least to me, about getting up that early. So it's good kids.
Well, let's introduce who you brought with us today for our girls cross country team. We'll start with you.
I'm Eva Mora. I'm in 11th grade, and I've been running since 7th grade.
Cool.
I'm Laura Guzman. I'm also a junior, and this is my first year running cross country.
I'm Abigail Morgan. I'm a sophomore, and I've been running since 7th grade.
I'm Marita Ledesma, and I'm a freshman. I've been running since 7th grade.
I'm Brentley Kilpatrick, and I'm a freshman, and I've been running since 7th grade.
I'm Kristen Smith. I'm a freshman, and I've been running since 7th grade.
Awesome. Got a great group of girls here. Evan, you know, I got to see you run some last year, and you had a great year last year. Tell us a bit about, you know, how far you advanced, and tell us a bit about last year, and then talk about your injury in this year.
Last year I qualified for regionals.
Cool.
I was the only girl qualified for it. I'm hoping this year we can go as a team. A lot of change since last year. We do have a bigger team, and we do have a closer team.
Good.
You can notice that we're more as a family this year. This year I did injure myself. It started out with a hip injury, and then last meet I did injure my ankle. But hoping for district that I'll be ready to run.
Cool. And when is district?
October 19th.
Okay, it's October 19th, and in cross country you win district. And you don't have to win district to advance. You have to get
For
1 through 10. Is that
yeah,
right?
for district, if you want to qualify individually, you have to be top 10. And then if you want to be as a team, which hopefully we do, you have to be top 3.
Top 3 teams. Okay. Awesome. Now, again, your name?
Laura.
Okay, and you're a junior, but from what I understand, you just started running cross country.
Yeah, this is my first year. It started after I decided that I didn't want to continue playing basketball. I did play basketball. It was a good experience. I really liked it. I just didn't feel the same way about it, but I wanted to try something new. And I really, really like track, so I thought maybe if I did cross country, it would help in a way, or it would be something fun to try. So I did it. I talked to Coach. I talked to Eva, mostly because I was good friends with her. I still am, and she's the one who got me into it more. It's a lot of good motivation. I started coming to the summer workouts we had, summer practices, also early. I was really scared at first. I didn't know how I was going to react. I didn't know if my body was going to be able to adapt to it. And after a while, it did, and I started to like it. I liked it because I felt myself going after something that I had never done before and challenging myself and then succeeding in a way. So I kept after it, and I don't know how, but I made varsity. So
That's great.
I do try my best in anything that I do. So it was good with that. And
You know, Coach Brown, elaborate on that, because you're a football coach as well as a cross-country coach, but she said something that was really neat. In cross-country, you compete against yourself, even though it is a team sport. Football is a real team sport.
Right.
And the fact that when somebody lets you down, it lets the whole team down. But in cross-country, you kind of compete against yourself.
You do. I mean, it's still a team sport.
is.
You know, we're counting on each other to pick each other up. Just like this last weekend with Eva being injured, we had Brinley, Laura, Abigail stepped up. She was our number 2 this week. So it is a team sport, but like you said, Abigail in this case had to push herself to take her spot. And I mean, it's a battle against yourself every day because they're hurting. Running isn't fun. I mean, you know, they'll be the first to tell you that. Not the type of running they do. It's tough. So it's a battle with yourself every day. And these kids are very mentally tough. I'm very impressed with them.
Talk about that, Abigail. Talk about this week's race and what you just said.
Yeah, this week we found out Eva was injured like the day before or something like that, and so she wouldn't be able to run as fast. And Kristen's always in the front of our team, so I knew she would be able to get us points for our team. But since Eva was injured, she always is up there with Kristen, so we would have to each all pick up a piece
Cool.
to make up for her slowing down. And so throughout, like, while I was running, I just tried to go faster.
Keep going. Now, they talk about you, and of course, I heard you won the race as a freshman. They let freshmen win the races?
They do. They
Man,
do.
she must be a heck of a freshman. Then tell us about your racing philosophy and how come you're so fast?
Well, I don't really know why I'm fast. Everyone always asks me that, and I just put it in my head where the people in front of me can do it, so why can't I?
So you just keep catching that next person and keep going, huh?
This meet, there wasn't anyone to
wow.
catch, so I just kind of pictured that, because in practice a lot of times I run with the boys, and I just
Cool.
pictured that the boys were in front of me, and so I just had to keep pushing on.
How neat. Well, you know, I know that she's qualified, and I know that she's hopefully expecting to get back to the regional and maybe even get to the state track meet. Is that a goal of yours as well, even as a freshman?
Yes, I want to make it to regionals,
That'd be
and
neat.
I really want to win district this year.
Cool. And you got 2 other freshmen beside you as well. Now, I know that you got a lot of young, both boys and girls in the program. Y'all's names again?
Brinley.
Margarita.
And Margarita, okay. Brinley, I hear both you guys, or you girls, play other sports as well. Is that right?
I play soccer.
Soccer, which I know is huge, and then you, Brinley?
Basketball.
Basketball. How does cross country help you get ready for that next sport?
Well, for soccer, there's like a lot of running, so the cross country really helps you out and gets you prepared for soccer.
What about basketball? Same thing?
Yeah, basically, it just really builds your endurance to make you be able to go for longer. So, like, you won't be as tired as the other team.
Right. Well, I tell you, you know, and you mentioned it, you know, running. Of course, I will say this now, for some people running is fun. Now, I know that it can be an endurance thing, and running for me is not that much fun. You're right for me. But anyway, I respect folks when I see them running through the neighborhood and staying in shape, and I know you girls are healthy. So, and I know you guys, I know, Evan, like you're the senior class president, is that? Or
Junior.
junior class president, I'm
Yes.
sorry, junior class president.
Yes, sir.
And got some great grades in here and involved in a lot of different activities. So you girls keep up the great work. Great cross-country team that you've put together. Coach Brown, we wish you the best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And when we return to the show, we'll have Coach Dave Doss and the Boswell cross-country team. Welcome back to the show, and we're honored to have with us kind of the seniority of cross-country, maybe in the whole Metroplex area, Coach Dave Doss. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to
Coach
be here.
Doss, you know, every time I talk to kids and people around, they think the world of Coach Doss, and you know, they say you're passionate about cross country, running, and things like that. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Well, it started about 15, 20 years ago when I was still running myself, and I got a chance to go ahead and run some marathons, just kind of get into it. And I was coaching basketball at the time.
Right.
You
Yeah.
actually
Refereed
refereeing
games.
a couple of my games,
Yep.
and I got around a couple guys that wanted to go ahead and get into some big-time long-distance running, and I had a chance to go ahead and run my 5 or 6 marathons, and then then put that together and started coaching in the high school level too. So. From there, from Arlington Heights, came here to Boswell, and it's just worked out great for the last 15 years, having a chance to go ahead and work with a lot of motivated kids.
Well, and I got a feeling if they're not motivated, you motivate them to be motivated. Don't you?
Well, I don't.
They were mentioning that earlier, but that's okay.
I don't think they'd be out there running,
No.
30, 40 miles a week if they
Yeah.
weren't.
Some motivated, that's right.
They're self-motivated.
Well,
so.
you've done a great job while you've been at Boswell, and just tell us a little bit about you had great success last year, but what I understand, a lot of those seniors are gone. Talk about this year's team.
We have luckily, we had a couple of girls that were very competitive on the JV level, and a couple girls returning that have some experience. We have 5 senior girls, and then we have 2 or 3 senior boys that are making us competitive in the meets that we're going to. So the energy is excellent. The workload is great. We're already halfway through our season now, and looking forward to peaking at the right time.
Great programs in all sports. Just keep loading them up, and you just keep having more players come. When players leave, you got more coming up.
Well,
You do a good
yeah,
job.
and thanks to our athletic department trying to go ahead and get it going down the middle schools,
Right.
With soccer and cross country, and to
Got a lot of kids
see
participating.
those kids running on Saturdays, it's great.
Well, and talk about Saturday. I know y'all hosted y'all's own event, and then also talk about too the great thing about cross country is you can load them up. It seems like y'all go from Lubbock to Oklahoma to
Yes,
Arkansas and
yes,
all over the world
yes.
to run.
Well, it's something that's neat because we have a lot of kids that have been running in college, and we've been fortunate enough to be able to go outside of Fort Worth and go to these big college meets and watch some of our own runners run,
Neat.
and it kind of gets them motivated and gets them excited about running at the next level.
Talk about your Pioneer.
Yeah, the Pioneer Trail Run, I mean, every year it seems like, we get about 20, 25 high school teams, and then we get the middle schools going, and this past weekend it was just tremendous turnout from the middle schools. We had 300 or 400 kids on, the boys and girls on the starting line, so for each race. So it was really fun to watch and to see these kids get excited about
That's
cross
cool.
country.
Really neat. You brought a couple of runners with us. They're
Yes.
going to tell us a bit about themselves. Go ahead.
My name is Morgan McBride. I'm a senior. I've been running for 4 years.
Okay.
I didn't start until 8th grade. I just ran track, and then Coach Doss found me and pulled me out there.
Literally
So-
pulled you out there. Either. Well, that's
Him and
good, though.
Katie, yeah.
That's neat. That's neat. That's neat. Now, here you're good friends with Katie.
Mm-hmm.
I hear both you cheer and run cross country together. Tell us a bit about how that works.
It's worked out really good so far.
Yeah.
We usually, our Friday meets, we run early in the morning and then come back to school, do a pep rally or something, and then we're back cheering. We're exhausted, but it's really
Yeah,
fun. It's
that's
fun to be
cool.
busy.
That's
so.
cool. Now, I know that Katie, I went to Austin last year and got to video Katie and watch Katie run in the state cross country meet. I guess that's probably one of her goals is to get back there.
Mm-hmm.
What about your goal?
I hope we can make it as a team.
Yeah, that'd be
It was
cool.
fun to watch, but I want all of us to go. I think it'd be awesome.
That's neat. And beside you, you've got
Connor, I'm a senior. I've been running for 5 years now, but that's the only sport I do. So
cool. Connor, you tell us a bit about some of your race philosophy. I know you're tall and lanky. Does that help you in cross country, or does it hurt you, or does it really matter? It's kind of what you got here.
Well, I would say that he's really improved, basically understanding a little bit about pace. Understanding how even he needs to be from the first mile to the third mile, and he's worked hard at it. And the kids know exactly, where they need to be with each one of the kilometers, and so he's looking, like I said, to peak at the right time as well.
Tell us about your pace. What's your mindset when you go into a race?
I'm not really sure.
Just run.
Yeah, just focus on everything where I need to be for each 1,000 meters or so.
Right.
And he had
What-
an excellent meet at the Pioneer Trail Run. He finished 12th and
Good.
right at 17 minutes. So
Good.
again, I think his hard work is paying off, like Morgan as well.
Cool. And do either one of you have dreams or aspirations about running at the next level?
I plan on going to college and running on a team next
Cool.
year.
Cool. Morgan?
I have no
Not
clue.
really.
I mean, I just.
Neither do I. That's
Yeah,
not
well,
what
Morgan's
we
one
do
day at a time with
Amen.
Morgan, and
That's right.
she's just enjoying her senior year. And then when that time comes, and she has a chance to catch her breath from cheerleading and cross country, maybe before spring track comes, she'll be able to figure it out.
You know, the great thing about running cross country and just running, you can do it like you for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
So it's a lifetime event, and so it's exciting. And we want to wish you guys and girls the best of luck. I know that the regional meet is just around the corner in
Yes.
Lubbock,
Yes.
and then we hope to go back to Austin
Yes.
again and
Yes,
and
with the
video
team.
some
Yeah.
Boswell Pioneers running in that race.
Yeah.
When we return to the show, we'll have our final school. That's the Chisholm Trail Rangers and Coach Greg Swearingen. Welcome back to the show, and we're joined by our cross-country coach and also our coach's track, Greg Swearingen. Coach Swearingen, I appreciate you coming.
Thank you very much.
I know you guys are right in the middle of cross-country season. I know you had a great season last year. You may want to kind of talk a bit about that leading into what's happening this season.
Absolutely. We did have a good year last year. Christian was able to qualify for both the region and the state meet. Went down there, got to experience the grandeur of what that is, and our girls team also qualified for the regional meet. This year we're rolling, working hard. Our goal is to get both of them, both teams to region, and then advance past that to state as well.
Cool. You know, the great thing we talked a bit about with the other two programs is that, you know, when people say, you know, Coach, we want to go watch a cross-country meet, well, that sometimes means you may have to get on a bus or a vehicle and do a little traveling. I know you guys just got back from a meet down in the Austin area, isn't that correct?
We did. We went down to Brenham,
Okay.
and we toured Texas A&M. They got to
Cool.
walk around, see what a big-time SEC campus was like. And then we ran the Brenham meet for some of the best schools out of the city of Houston as well.
Well, cool. Now, in Brenham, where Bluebell is?
It is.
Did you
when
get
I-
any input on when it's going to hit the stores in this area?
It should be in soon.
Good.
That's what we're waiting
Now,
on.
is that good for cross-country running? Is there a lot of ice cream?
After the meet, we can cool our body temperature back.
Okay. I hear you. Now, tell us about the future. I know you got the district meet is in Wichita Falls, and that's coming up. When is that date?
That is October 19th. It's a
Okay.
Monday.
Okay. And then after that, the regionals are in Lubbock?
In Lubbock, the following Monday on the 26th.
And then, of course, the state.
State meet November 7th.
Okay, well, I'm going to put
Saturday.
that in my calendar because I hope that, I don't want to put any pressure on anybody, but I hope I'm down there like we did last year, videoing a few athletes and taking a few pictures. You brought 4 of your runners here. Let's start over here with Christian. Christian, tell us a bit about yourself.
I'm Christian Lowry. I'm a senior at Chisholm Trail High School, and this is my 4th year in high school running, including middle school. I've ran cross country and track for 6 years.
Okay, Christian, beside you.
I'm Katrina Hammonds. I've been running track and cross country since middle school and high school, all 4 years.
Cool. Now, middle school, did you go to Ed Wilkie?
Creekview.
Creekview, okay, that's right. Everybody's split. We got middle schoolers splitting everywhere.
I'm Sarah Sabaheen. I'm 10th grade, and I've been running since 7th grade. So.
Okay, cool.
I'm Jason Rexroad. I've been running for 3 years now.
Okay, cool. And we'll start down here with Jason. Now, Jason is a senior. You only started running when you got into high school, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What caused you to start running? Did Coach Swearingen kind of reel you in, or did you decide you wanted to come out and start running?
Well, I was part of another team, and they wanted us to train with the cross country team.
Cool.
But the other team was kind of weak, so
So
I
you
just
wanna-
went with cross country because they're pretty successful.
Cool.
And we train hard.
Cool. Now, what I understand, you've gotten better and better and progressed better. What are some goals you have for the season?
Well, since it's my last year, for sure training to go to regionals.
Good.
And just get the best time I can for college and all that.
Good. You want to try to run at the collegiate level?
Yes, sir.
Well, that'd be neat. That'd be a great story. I noticed when we took some pictures and did some things with the cross country, we have a ton of kids, both boys and girls, in y'all's program. Is that attributed to you, or they just love to run at this end of the town?
I think what it is their success from last year has helped bring more
Okay.
people in.
So you guys actually do a little recruiting yourselves of other classmates to come and run. Well, that's neat. Now you said it's Sarah, is that right?
Yes.
Now you're just a sophomore.
Yes.
But from what I understand, you're a heck of a runner and almost went to the state track meet last year. Tell us a bit about what will it take to get to the state track meet for you this year?
Well, just gotta start off a lot faster and train.
Set the pace and train. You know, the cross country is a difficult race. And I'm going to talk to you a bit about that because I've seen you run. Seems like you never slow down. I don't know. They just run the whole time. Man, I'd have to pace myself. But there is a key to being able to go fast, but not so fast that you run out of gas at the end. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that just kind of depending on the course, or is that kind of what you depend on every week?
Well, for me, it'll depend on the course.
Okay. And you are again?
Katrina.
Okay, and you're a senior.
Yes.
Do you have dreams and aspirations of maybe going to the next level in running?
Yes. My ultimate goal is going to state.
Okay. Of course, I know everybody wants to go as a team, but
Right.
could even be as an individual as well.
Yes.
What does it take? What kind of time does it take to get into the state as an individual? Not sure.
Not sure.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, it
sorry.
just depends on the course and the day and the wind.
Absolutely.
That's the thing about, there's a lot of factors that go into it. Well, good luck to you ladies now. And I know y'all been to the regional last year, and let's see if we can at least get to that point and then see what happens from there. And Christian, you know, I've watched you run a little bit. Of course, you're a heck of a runner, and both in track and field as well as in cross country. Tell us about some of your goals and aspirations as a senior.
Well, definitely this year. I mean, as Coach said, I got to go to cross country state meet, and I got to really experience how crazy competitive it is down there in Austin and Round Rock. And I ended up getting 32nd or 34th, something like that. And my goal for me this year is to get top 10 and bring a medal back home, just because, you know, I've trained all these years, and to me, I don't want to just, you know, be known as a district runner or a regional runner. I want to be known as a state runner. And I want to do that so I can represent myself well, my school well, and also to get attention from the college coaches too. That would be great.
Do you plan on maybe running at the collegiate level? And you talked to me a little bit about, you've already taken a few official and unofficial visits.
Definitely. I'm definitely interested in running at the next level.
Now, where have you visited?
I have visited a lot of campuses, but the main ones I've been considering are Mississippi State, Louisiana State, a small private school in Tennessee called Lipscomb, and the local University of Texas at Arlington school.
That'd be neat. Well, that'd be great. That'd be great for the Ranger program to continue to put out collegiate runners, as well as great for you just to get you a little scholarship to pay for some school. That's neat. That is really neat. Well, I wish you well now, and I look forward to, like I said, I'm going to try to put on my calendar the state cross-country meet, and I'm going to try to take my video camera and my pictures like I did last year, and hopefully get to take pictures of you guys and girls from, you know, Ranger country running in the state meet. You know, it's been a great show. You know, cross country is a lifelong sport, and you know, we encourage everybody to run. I think running is good for people, and so you know, we appreciate what you guys do for your school and for our district and things like that. You know, when we return next week for our next and third show, we're going to talk a little bit about another individual sport, tennis, another lifetime long sport, and you know, we have a number of things going on in our programs throughout the district, both at the middle school and high school level, and even this past week. We had some professional tennis players from the Newcomb Center, which is down near the Austin area, come and do some tennis clinics for us. So until next week, we'll see you then.